Schultz. Been farming here for the last almost 50 years now, I guess. I started farming with my dad back in the early 70s, mid 90s, and son Ty started with us. Now we've got the third generation, my grandson Jacob, working with us. We're kind of proud of that fact.
Yeah, and I think I started back in '96 full time and still at it.
That was about a year and a half ago, and I think about 50% of what I do is probably incorrect, but I'm learning every step of the way to hopefully learn what to do correctly and then take over someday.
The farm here started in 1901, the same year as Melvin was founded. Be my great grandfather settled here, so I'm sixth generation and he's seventh generation that's worked here. Been a lot of changes over the years. We used to have cattle here, we don't now. We had been farrow to finish on hogs, which that changed 20 years ago. Jake's caring for a 1,200 head finisher now, and that's all the hogs that we have left. Yeah, everything kind of evolves along the way, I guess. We like it because we have a lot of experience. Jacob doesn't have as much, but he gives us a different perspective sometimes, and I mean, we try to make any of the bigger decisions all together and talk things through and decide what the best route to go on purchases or cropping decisions, things like that.
That's definitely allowed me to get to see a different side of things than you see in college. Like they don't talk about making all the decisions and what goes into making everything actually happen on this end. So it's been really interesting to get to see that side of things and kind of build off of what they've been doing for their whole lives.
I would guess it's probably close to 10 years that we got basically since it began with FCS. We think that it really benefits this operation.
Helps us by looking at other trials at other growers, and it's nice that it's local information, and most of it's within 50 miles of here. And we've done nitrogen and chemical fungicides, insecticides, planting population trials, and it's a nice way to be able to look at that data that we know is local information.
It seems like a lot. You look at the national trials and you don't see how that actually is affected on your farm, but it's a little more local and a little more pertinent to us, our farming.
We try to do some every year, whether it's we've done different fungicide trials, and we like in the elite system we can do learning blocks, and then we can have different rate like planting population trials are really easy to do because it's all set up ahead of time, and the computer does it. When you're planting, then we don't have to do anything. It kind of helps us ground truth that we're doing about the right populations and things, because we can go lower and only on a limited number of acres. We can go with a lower population or higher population and then see how it turns out, rather than having to do a whole entire field that way. We can do it on a more limited basis and see how things turn out.
We've always tried to experiment a little bit. We don't want to do the whole operation one direction and then all of a sudden find out that wasn't the thing to do. So we kind of go in and take baby steps and make sure that we're doing the right thing in that respect.
I like that they try to do the studies by themselves all the time as they're going throughout everything. I mean, yeah, change a little bit of something here on one field and don't just jump into anything all the way. I mean, they're trying to figure out what exactly is the best.
I mean, we're always willing to try new things. We might not stick with it, but we'll give it a try and see how it works. And I think it's kind of been that way for a long time here, that we're willing to at least investigate new ways of doing things. I guess for me, I would say persistence. Things don't always go well, but you got to deal with it and get up the next day and keep at it and keep working and figure it out.
I guess in the, kind of the long run, you have to kind of look at it. Back in the mid '80s, I call them the dark ages. Things were kind of tough around here financially, but we kept working at it and made it through. And now we're in much better financial condition than we were back then.
I guess, I also don't always think that you're doing everything right. And we talked about it before, we're always changing and trying to do things. I mean, if anybody knew exactly the right way to farm, then we'd all be doing it that way.